Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Before we dive in, if you're into AI and the future of tech, do me a quick favor and hit that like and subscribe button down below. It really helps. Okay, so what if I told you that you could create an entire playable video game world just by taking a picture? No, that's not science fiction anymore. Today, we're diving deep into Google's Project Genie, a totally groundbreaking AI that can turn a single image or even just a few words into an interactive reality you can explore.
You know, we've all heard that old saying, but I want you to really think about this. Imagine taking any idea from your head, a weird dream you had, a sketch on a napkin, a photo of your own desk, and instantly transforming it into a 3D environment you can actually walk around in. That's not some far-off future. That's what we're unpacking right now.
So how on earth is this even possible? Well, the answer is an experimental new tool from Google DeepMind, and it's called Project Genie. And let's be clear, we're not just talking about making a pretty picture. We're talking about generating an entire playable, interactive experience from scratch. So, at its core, you can think of Project Genie as an instant world builder. You give it the spark, the creative idea, either with text or an image, and the AI literally constructs a 3D space around it that you can navigate. This is a massive leap beyond just generating images or even videos like we've seen before. It's a whole different ballgame. And this is where it just gets incredibly fun, right? The tool is amazing at bringing these whimsical, artistic ideas to life. You're not just making a static image of a marshmallow castle. You're generating a world where you can actually walk up to those fluffy towers and look out over the rivers of chocolate. It's wild.
And you can tell the folks at Google are just buzzing to get this out there. This quote from a DeepMind research director really says it all. They've started rolling this prototype out to users, not because it's perfect, far from it, but because they want to see what we, the public, actually do with this crazy new power.
Okay, so this all sounds a bit like magic, doesn't it? But what's the technology actually doing behind the curtain? How does a simple sentence become a world you can walk through? Let's pop the hood and take a look.
For you, the user, the process is almost ridiculously simple. First, you just write your world sketch, basically describe the scene and maybe a character. Then the AI spits out an initial image, you give it the thumbs up, and boom, Genie gets to work, and you can jump right in and start exploring your brand new world. Now, what's happening behind the scenes is this amazing little dance between three different AI models. Think of it like a creative team. First, you have the artist, an image generator that creates that first visual from your prompt. Then you have the assistant, a model like Gemini, which makes sure the AI really understands what you asked for. And finally, the star of the show, the architect, called Genie 3. This is the world model, and its job is to actually build the interactive 3D space, predicting what the next frame should look like as you move around. But there is one really big catch here. Your adventure is limited to just 60 seconds, a single minute. Now, why so short? Well, because generating these worlds in real time takes an absolutely colossal amount of computing power. For that 1 minute, a dedicated, powerful chip is working just for you. It's a hard limit set by the sheer cost and power of today's tech.
So, with that 60-second timer ticking down, what's the experience actually like? Well, like any super early prototype, Project Genie is this fascinating mix of incredible promise and some, let's say, very noticeable rough edges.
This really breaks it down perfectly. If you ask for a claymation world or a watercolor forest, the results can be stunning. It can even take a photo of a toy on your desk and bring it to life, animating it in the world. But if you try to create a photorealistic version of your own office, it kind of looks like a video game from the early 2000s. And the physics? Well, the physics are definitely a work in progress.
Yeah, this description from some of the first users just says it all. Don't be surprised if your character phases right through a solid wall. The controls are reportedly pretty clunky, leading to this chaotic zigzagging when you're just trying to walk straight. So the bottom line is, it's an absolutely mind-blowing glimpse of the future, but it doesn't quite feel real, not yet.
But here's the thing. You can't dismiss Project Genie as just a quirky tech demo. This is Google's first major shot fired in what is becoming a super high-stakes competition. I'm talking about the race to build a true world model. So what the heck is a world model? Put simply, it's an AI that doesn't just see a picture of the world, it builds an internal understanding of how that world works. So instead of just seeing a ball, it understands gravity and can predict how that ball will bounce. This grasp of cause and effect is why so many experts see world models as the critical next step toward more powerful general AI. And trust me, Google is not playing this game alone. The race is seriously heating up. You've got the video startup Runway, which has launched its own version. You've got labs run by absolute pioneers of AI like Fei-Fei Li and Yan LeCun building their own world models. The competition to own this next phase of AI is becoming incredibly intense.
So why does all this matter so much? Well, the immediate uses are just huge. I mean, imagine an AI that can create entire video game levels for you on the fly, or generate completely unique movies and entertainment experiences. And maybe the biggest one of all, these models can create ultra-realistic simulations to train robots before they ever operate in the real world, which makes them way safer and a whole lot smarter.
And all of this brings us to the final, and I think most important takeaway. The launch of Project Genie, even in this super early, limited form, it signals a massive shift in how we are going to create and interact with digital content from now on.
And here's the secret sauce. This isn't just a toy. Every single time a user creates a silly marshmallow castle, and every time their character glitches through a wall, that is incredibly valuable data being fed right back into Google's AI systems. You, the user, are actively helping to train and improve the very AI that's going to power whatever comes next. And that really leaves us with this final, massive question. We are right at the beginning of a new chapter, an era where creating entire realities could become as easy as just typing a sentence. The technology is moving at a breakneck speed. So the real question isn't about the tech anymore. It's about us. What are we going to do with it? What kind of worlds will we choose to build? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching.